That's right. It's nothing. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So I think there is something to be said. Like, this is a laboratory. That's how I think of practice. I think of practice as a lot of things. A laboratory, a place to kind of collect data, right? That's what scientists are doing in a lab. They're observing, they're using some skill set of observation, collecting data over time, right? And then comparing different data sets. So in that way, we get to like try adding in a new kind of, we have the control subject and then the test subject, like what gentleness would feel like, right? That could be the test subject here that you're gathering data on. What does that feel like to work softly instead of work hard? Something like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I also think of practice as like, when I sat this morning, I was like, whew, it's a coalescing of all the energies. You know, even at 8 o'clock this morning, I'm like, I've had a bunch of coffee. My kids have come at me. Like, we've done all, like, I've looked at my phone, and then you have to kind of like bring all that together to one place. So maybe we'll play with that today. It's just bringing in whatever's happened so far today, letting it land, and then test subject gentleness. Let's see what that looks like, to be kind to ourselves as we sit. So you can sit or you can lie down. And you can just take the first few moments to land in your body, to land. And do the big movements, right? Move around, get your legs right, get your pelvis right. You can roll your shoulders, move your head around your neck. If you'd like, you can close your eyes, or just let your gaze rest on something that's out in front of you on the floor, like a spot on the floor. And see if you can soften the edges of your eyes. So if they're open, you kind of blur out the periphery. And get a good spot for your hands. If you're feeling kind of scattered, you can place your palms down into your lap, or onto your belly or your chest. And for a moment, just observe the sounds that you're hearing around you. See if you can discern what is the farthest away sound that you can hear. And then maybe bring the attention closer in so you hear sounds that are right outside our building. And see if you can draw the attention even closer in, listen for sounds in this room. And go ahead, you can start to deepen your breath. And bring the attention so close in that now you're listening for the sound of your own breath. And it might be really subtle, might be quite soft and quiet. So if it would help, you can take a few rounds of an audible exhale. You can open the mouth like you were fogging up a mirror. Take as many of those as you need. So you can stay with the sound of your breath. You can also gather the data of what your breath feels like as it moves through your body. So you can let your attention drop down to your chest, and maybe you feel like a very subtle rise of the chest as you inhale, and a softening back down as you exhale. Just see if you can stay with that a few moments, observing the movement of the chest as you breathe. You can let your attention slide down into your rib cage. And see if you can notice the full circumference of your breath. So the ribs expand to the front, the sides, and the back as you breathe in. And the ribs draw back toward the center of yourself as you breathe out. So the ribs are like a balloon inflating as you breathe in. And air leaving a balloon as you breathe out. See if you can stay with the balloon of your breath at your ribs. A few moments like that. And you can let the attention drop down. See if you can observe any movement in your belly as you breathe. And if you're not sure what that looks like or feels like, picture like a baby is a good example, or your pet dog or cat taking a nap in the sun. You see that fullness of the belly breathing as you inhale. And the belly softens down and back as you exhale. See if you can stay with that observation, that soft belly breath. And perhaps you can take all of those observations, the sound of your breath. Whenever you need to, you're totally welcome to open the mouth and exhale. And the sensation of your breath moving through your chest, the ribs, the belly, the ribs, the chest. See if you can allow your breath to be so expansive, can hold all the energies of this day, this moment. And with the breath as our data set, it's always there. It's always coming in. It's always coming out, at least for now. And so anytime you notice that you've wandered away, you've left, very gently bring your attention back the next time you breathe in. See if you can stay as you breathe out. And sometimes it's every inhale that we reset the attention. We return the focus. We come back to ourselves. Last few moments like this. And these lines are Mary Oliver. She says, "You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert, repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. So go ahead, fill your soft animal body with a deep breath in through your nose. You can hold the breath, enjoy the breath at the very top of fullness. Feel the beat of your heart. And when you need to let it go, open the mouth and exhale. Twice more. Deep breath in. Hold. When you need to, let it go. Last one like that for now. Inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And swallow a few times, relax your throat. And just start to let your attention widen again. Come back into the rest of the room. Your body. This day. Well, good job anyways, even if you don't have to be good. Yeah. Any thoughts, any questions, any observations?
I get lightheaded sometimes, especially in the beginning. It just the breathing.
Yeah.
I feel lightheaded.
Yeah.
I feel really connected to it.
Yeah.
I don't go off too many places.
That's cool. Do you get lightheaded in other places? No, just that. Yeah, it's probably you're breathing differently. Yeah. That's the thing with the breath. Like, remember that it's yours. And so if it doesn't feel good, you can stop doing whatever it is or what you need to do. Just take care of yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it felt very noisy at first to me. And then it felt like it dropped. Somehow we kind of like closed it off a little bit in here. Like a little circle of us. And then
I could hear outside the group of young women who had been at Morning Bird during my lunch who were very loudly talking and maybe they were here for like a wedding party or something. And at first hearing them outside, I cannot shut down my thinking of who each of those people was.
Yeah.
Delighted that I was like, the story.
Yeah, the story. That's good, but you were. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. This really gives us an opportunity to see how involved we tend to get with things. And that so much so. Yeah. And like the judgments around it, not like that I'm saying you're judgy, but we all are like, that's good, that's bad, I like that, I don't, that's right, that's wrong, that's too cold, it's too hot, I'm too cold, I'm too hot. Like, this is hard, this is a good meditation, this is a bad one. But like meditation gives us this opportunity to experiment with like, what happens if you just like put a little bit of space between ourselves and those, like, to me, all those things feel like kind of like what if we just, and then sometimes you're still going to pounce and that's okay too. A lot of times you might, yeah.
my youngest child is about to turn 21 this weekend, and I realized that there's an element that you're talking about that's very much part of parenting, just constantly watching babying, and I even experience it when I see other people's children.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in a 5-year process of turning that off.
Yeah.
I don't want to choose it, but that's a goal.
It's a good reminder that things take the time they take. Yeah, and to give ourselves a wide enough data set to then be like, look back to actually observe if something has shifted, which is why this is so unsexy. Like, you might feel nice when you come to meditation, but it's really something where like you have to do it for a long time consistently. And then maybe several years later, you will notice that the smallest amount of space crops up sometimes between you and your bullshit. Let me put that on the sandwich board.
I'm wondering when I'm gonna really learn about myself.
Right. When's the enlightenment? Well, it's like, it was it Ram Dass that said, like, well, if you think you have, then wait for Thanksgiving with your family, and then you really get to see. Oh my God. Hi, Linda. How are you? We're just meditating and laughing up here. Okay, to be continued. That was good, everyone.